think the strength of the NAPIRI program, first and foremost, is the fact that these students are embedded within a natural system. It really is an immersive kind of experience, and I don't think that you could get any kind of experience like that otherwise. I mean, this is just the perfect place to do it here in Costa Rica.
It was designed to give opportunities to students that are not normally encouraged in science.
I had the best experience my first summer, and so I wanted to come back and see and help other students, you know, with their experience.
Many of the schools that I work with in the Pacific and with the Native Americans, the schools do not have the resources to give their students an experience like this.
This program was developed with Organization for Tropical Studies and through NSF to promote those particular cultures in research and tropical field ecology.
And so the NAPIRI program allows these students who would not otherwise have this type of experience, gives them a taste of them, and that allows them to become competitive with the other kids from the mainland.
All right, half a day, we are back. You continue to watch KUM News Extra, and I continue to be Jason Salas. And existentially, she is one of the coordinators from the federally funded program that sends college students down to Costa Rica every summer. And he is a mentor for students in that country and has been going for the last 2 summers. They're both hoping to recruit students for this summer's research program, the Las Cruces Biological Station in Costa Rica. With me in studio now is Native American and Pacific Islander Research Experiences Coordinator Dr. Wendy Townsend, and an entomologist right here at the University of Guam, Dr. Ross Miller. Doctors, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Okay, very long job titles and very well deserved, I would say. and you know, joking aside, it's a very lengthy title for what you do, which essentially is a very simple thing, I would say, like in theory.
What we do is we give people that don't necessarily have opportunity to participate in research experiences to Native Americans and Pacific Islanders to teach them the scientific method so that they can hopefully be stimulated to become scientists if that's what they choose to do.
And we do it in Costa Rica, which is a nice twist.
Yes.
So
they get international, they give an international experience and the research experience at the same time.
Okay, and of course you are both entomologists, and so it's...
No, I am.
Or you're an entomologist, pardon me.
Wendy's a what?
I'm a wildlife biologist that works
there you
with
go.
natural resource management.
Okay, so the study is of biodiversity in that part of the world and everything. And of course, kids coming from here and everything, we have so many different types of life, and you know, with your own area of study, there are so many types of insects and everything. So what do you get when you take local kids and transplant them in that environment, and what can we bring to the table?
You're bringing a unique cultural perspective on the world, and that is what science needs, to have more diversity in perspectives in science, because that brings more creativity to the table and helps us develop more unique, innovative ideas. So each culture comes from a different perspective, and therefore that's the need to push these students into science so that science becomes more diverse in its ability to create solutions to problems.
Okay, well, Dr. Miller, since you work with local budding aspiring scientists, what are some of the parallels that Guam's climate and humidity and organism makeup, I would say, you know, what?
Well, you know, really, there are surprisingly few.
Really?
You know, we're humid tropical here on Guam. In Costa Rica, you have humid tropical lowlands. Where we work, we're actually at about 3,000 feet, so we're in a montane rainforest where it's actually quite cool. You were talking about the diversity. On Guam, we may have like between 3,000 and 5,000 insects, somewhere like that. In Costa Rica, we probably have that times 20.
Yeah.
For example, I work on ants. Here on Guam, we have maybe 36 ant species. On Costa Rica, on the center where I work, we have over 500.
Wow.
So the reason we work in Costa Rica is because it's a biological hotspot. It's a unique place with a unique fauna, everything from tree sloths to jaguars to army ants to monkeys, everything. And it's very, very accessible. And that's the reason that this program is located in Costa Rica, at least one of the reasons.
Okay, well, Dr. Thompson, I'd like to talk to you because, of course, you mentioned the scientific method, you know, the fundamental from which all research stems. with the environment we live in today, necessarily like not flora and fauna, but the technological environment and the advances that science has made, how has the scientific method changed over generations, if at all?
The scientific method, it hasn't changed. Repeatability, certain process hasn't changed. It's been incorporated into more things, possibly, and gotten much more scientific in the proof methods of the statistics, and the use of computer has increased our grasp and our depth of being able to look at things. But the method is still the same.
Okay, and then based on what the students that you'll be taking over there, the lessons that they've learned and the data that they'll gather and everything like that, what becomes of that, and will they bring it back to the university and publish papers, or will they be?
Well, we hope that they will. What they do is they cook up a research project with their mentors, conduct the field research, collect the data, analyze the data with our assistance, and then write it up. It goes into a publication at OTS, the Organization of Tropical Studies. If it's really a good piece of work, then we try to get it published. They also do posters of this work, and then several of them almost certainly will go to national meetings and present it at a scientific meeting.
Okay. Well, we're very happy to have both of you. We got about 20 seconds left. Is there any other thing you'd like to pass on to the community about how they might find out some more information, or where on the internet they can go?
Yes, they should check on the internet, www.ots.ac.cr, as in America Central in Costa Rica.
All right.
Or go to Google and type in Napiri Summer Program.
Okay,
that's the best.
Well, thank you so much for the work and the research that you do, and people of science are certainly well needed in this world. And I was terrible at science, and hence I majored in marketing. So that's another
that
show.
Is another science.
That is science. Yeah.
Certainly another show
and
for another time.